welcome back. Today we're going to make, as promised last week, we're going to make a dish using the Szechuan sauce that we prepared. It's going to be Manchurian balls or vegetarian Manchurian balls. That easy, that delicious, so crispy, so interesting, so packed with flavors as always. So let's get into it. First, we need shredded cabbage, which we're going to add to a bowl, along with shredded carrots, as fine as you can, because it's going to be already very crunchy, but we don't want to bite into big chunks of carrot. So green onions and garlic and ginger. Instead of salt, we're going to add soy sauce, regular flour, and to assure extra crunchiness, we're going to add cornstarch. If you want even crunchier, you can add a few drops of lemon along with a third of a teaspoon of baking soda, because those two ingredients together, they create bubbles, they create air. So the air obviously is going to expand, so it's going to make it even crunchy. But I don't, because I'm going to add the balls in a gravy. If I was going to make them separately and then dip in the gravy, for sure I was going to do that. But because I'm going to add everything together, so it doesn't make much sense. Now we mix it, all the ingredients. It's amazing. Those vegetables, they are very dry, so they incorporate very easy together. It's really cool. You can add some green chilies as well, but because I am adding which I just forgot, by the way, the Szechuan sauce, then I'm not gonna bother adding chilies. It gets too much, I think. Not for me, obviously, because you guys know that I'm crazy for hot food, but it can be too much for your guests or for your family. As much as you would like. I'm adding 1 teaspoon. All right. And mix it through. Very easy, isn't it? This is a very famous Indo Chinese dish, and it's very popular in India because in the 18th century, a few immigrants from the Szechuan province, along with other provinces, they immigrated to India, Calcutta more specifically. And they obviously incorporated their spices and their way of cooking into the Indian way of cooking. So very interesting dishes were created. I'm a fan, especially the vegetarian ones. They're so tasty. The Indians, they are so good at making the vegetables taste like out of this world amazing, as well as the Chinese. So what's not to like? All right, this is mixed through enough. This batter is so awesome because it doesn't need time in the fridge. You don't need to wait, you just can fry it right away. And I'm going to clean my station here, make the balls, and then we're going to fry them. All right, I'm back. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to grease my hands just a tiny bit. It won't stick too much. Another awesomeness of this batter. And then I'm going to make little balls. The smaller, the better. Don't be lazy, don't make big ones. Don't fall into that temptation, because at the end you see. They will cook better, they will cook faster, and they taste way much better if you make small balls as opposed to the big ones. And that's how you do it. You roll it. I like pressing it first to keep everything together. You ensure that they're tucked in very well together. right, so here we have our Manchurian balls. They're ready to be fried, and I'm gonna wash my hands and prepare my station again. So I'm going to show you guys the temperature and everything for frying those little babies. I'll be back. All right, now we're going to fry the balls, and then later we're going to make the gravy. That's simple as well. So what you do, you add some vegetable oil to the frying pan. And now we're going to add the balls one by one, carefully. And we're going to add 5 at a time, because I have a fairly small frying pan. If you have a bigger one, of course you can add more. But the reason why is that if you overcrowd your frying pan, then it will interfere with the oil temperature. It will obviously lower, and then it might, the balls, the vegetarian balls, whatever you're making, it might fall apart, and we don't want that. So we want to ensure that the temperature keeps hot. So that's a very nice tip for you guys. And the other thing that can happen is that if the oil is not hot enough, once you add the balls, they can stick to the bottom. We don't want that. So make sure that the oil is hot. When you see that they're achieving a golden brown color, then you flip them over. All right, now first batch is ready. And place them in a grease paper or paper towel. And now we're going to make the amazing, awesome, dead easy gravy. All right, now for the gravy, a little bit of oil, vegetable oil. My frying pan is fairly hot, so some onions. Again, on this step, you can also add some green chilies as well. I didn't, because I'm adding the Szechuan sauce. It's phenomenal, tasty, good, hot, but packed with flavors and aromatics. Awesome. And a knob of garlic and ginger that we made the other day. Click there if you want to learn how to make that. And to that, we're going to add green onions. If you like your vegetables to be a little bit crunchy, you cook them a little bit less, obviously. But if you want them soft and chewy, then you let them cook longer. I like my vegetables, to be honest, and in this particular gravy, a little bit more crunchy. As soon as the onions become translucent, you add the soy sauce. Lower the heat and let it cook for 3 minutes. A little bit of water if necessary. And cook it in medium-low for 2 minutes. So everything gets the saltiness of the soy sauce. Okay, to this point, we're going to add some ketchup. Very important, the ketchup. If you don't have ketchup, which is practically impossible, you can add a tomato puree with a little bit of sugar. This is going to give not only the umami flavor, but the sugar that it's necessary to fight the sourness of the chilies. And least but not last, the Szechuan sauce. Now, how much? You are going to be the judge of that. I am going to add 1 teaspoon because I have already added in the Manchurian balls, so I don't want it so spicy. A little bit of mirin, just a little bit to add some acid. The acid in this food, it makes the flavors pop. It's really amazing. If you don't have mirin, it can be sake. Just a tiny bit. This is one of the ingredients that you won't notice that it's there, but you'll definitely notice if it's not there. Right, now that everything is cooked through, we're going to add some cornstarch slurry, because this is going to make the gravy thicker. And the cornstarch, it adds a little bit of shine instead of if you use flour. I don't recommend you use flour because the flour doesn't give that shiny finish, that glossy finish, but the cornstarch, it does. Or the potato starch is the same. Remember, now we're cooking everything in medium-low. Actually, medium-low. So you let it cook for 2 minutes more. And now that the gravy is ready, we add the Manchurian balls. You can turn off the heat if you prefer, or lower to minimum, because everything is already cooked. And let's mix them. All right, now we're going to transfer this to a plate, and we're going to try it because I can't wait. Ready. Now we sprinkle some green onions on top. This looks like $1 million, and I'm gonna try it. Guys, this is like, oh my God. Since the beginning, I am hungry, but ever since the beginning that I started smelling it, I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait for this to finish because I want to try. Can you see the color and the texture? Oh God. Here we go. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. The hotness is just on the limit there, where it's like where you can feel the hotness, obviously, but it's not overpowering. And I did it on purpose. If I was gonna make it for myself, not for you guys, I was gonna add like 2 or 3 teaspoons of the Szechuan sauce, but because I wanted to show you guys how the Szechuan sauce behaves once cooked, it tends to intensify the hotness. So this was perfect, amazing, awesome. I highly recommend you to make it. If you're making it for kids, cut the Szechuan sauce by 1/3, but still add it because it adds a lot of flavors. And this is it. Easy, isn't it? And I have an announcement to make, a very important one. We are going to start a series of cooking tips, cleaning tips, gardening, and tips in general for you who love to be in the kitchen. And isn't that great? It's going to be a weekly, very short video with tips on whatever you guys want. I have a few prepared. Guys, send me suggestions on and doubts about that. What do you want me to make? Because I have been to I went to the cooking school, and I spent quite a while there, quite some time there. I learned a lot, and I want to share all those knowledge with you. Knife skills, all those things are in the package of cooking tips and kitchen tips that I have prepared for you guys. And this is it. I hope you like it. Be kind to each other, and I see you next time. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye. I am pretty sure that I have a sweat mustache because this kitchen is like very, very, very hot.